Okay, so for anyone who's also interested in the hand method, on the Jamboard, it's slide number 5. And there's my hand. 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90 are the different angles we need to know. And it's always going to be the square root of something over 2. So for sine, again, if anyone has any Latin knowledge, sinister means left. So you look at the number of fingers to the left. And for cos, it's going to be the ones on the right. So what do I mean by that? So if I wanted to work out, for example, sine of 60, I look at the number of fingers to the left of 60. So that's 45, 30, and 0. So that's 3 fingers. So we put the 3 underneath the square root. And the square root 3 over 2. If I wanted to work out sine of 90, there are 4 fingers to the left. So that's the square root of 4 over 2. But that can be simplified because the square root of 4 is 2. So it becomes 2 over 2. And that's just the same thing as 1. If I had sine of 0, for example, that would be square root of 0 over 2. But the square root of 0 is just 0. So 0 divided by 2 is just 0. If I want to do cos, I look at the number of fingers to the right. So for example, cos of 30, I look at the number of fingers to the right of 30, which is 1, 2, 3. So that's square root of 3 over 2. Cos of 60, the number of fingers to the right of 60 is 1. So that's square root of 1 over 2, which simplifies to 1 over 2 because the square root of 1 is 1, so a half. If I want tan, we use the relationship tan of theta is equal to or identical to sine of theta over cos of theta. So if I wanted a tan of an angle, it's the sine of that divided by the cos of it. So for example, tan of 45 is equal to sine of 45.
So I'm really questioning that hand.
For cos of 45. It's okay. Just go with it. So sine of 45 is root 2 over 2. You could use the hand method. And then cos of 45 is also root 2 over 2. Lucky for us, it's the same. It's one thing divided by itself. So it's just going to be equal to 1. So therefore, tan of 45 is 1. If I wanted to do something just a little bit more complex, let's say tan of 60. Well, sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. In fact, before I even go straight into it, tan of 60 is sine of 60 over cos of 60. Sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. Cos of 60 is 1 over 2. So now I can do like division. So root 3 over 2 divided by 1 over 2, which is the same thing as root 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 over 1, using your method of division. And then the 2's at the top and bottom will cancel as such. And then that will leave me with just the square root of 3 over 1, which is actually just the square root of 3. And then we can do this for all other things. And just remember that tan of 90 is an error. But this method can be used quite nicely to generate all the values. Does that help, Asamena?
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome.
Actually, sir,
Yeah.
in the My Maths homework for it gives you like numbers over the square root of over the like the root of 3.
Yeah. So tan 30. Okay. So how would you work out tan 30?
Sin 30 over cos 30.
Yeah. Sin 30 over cos 30. And then for cos 45, do you know what cos 45 is?
I'm gonna assume 1 over root 2.
It is 1 over root 2. Yeah.
Okay.
What they've done basically with these ones, they've not rationalized the denominator. So if you take 1 over root 3 and you multiply the top and bottom by root 3, you'd end up with root 3 divided by 3. And with the other one, 1 over root 2, if you multiply the top and bottom by root 2, then you end up with root 2 over 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.